You know what is really tough? You spend all weekend planting your garden, you buy the best seeds, you get the nice tools, you feel so excited to watch it all grow. But then, a few weeks later, everything just stops. The leaves look sad, the plants do not grow, and eventually they just give up and die. Most people think they just do not have a green thumb, they think gardening is too hard. But that is not true. Your garden is not failing because you are bad at growing things, it is failing because of tiny, silent mistakes, small errors that look completely harmless at first, things you might even think are helping your plants. Today, I am going to show you the 9 small errors that lead to total garden failure, and I will show you exactly how to fix each one so your plants can thrive. These are not the usual tips. Stick around for number 4. It is a very common habit. You probably did it this morning, and it might be the exact reason your tomatoes are cracking wide open. And number 1, it is a hidden trap that starves your plants before they even start growing. I have almost never seen anyone talk about it. Oh, and the bonus tip at the very end, game changer. It is the one big secret that ties all 9 of these mistakes together and makes gardening completely stress-free. Stay for that one. Let's get into it right now. Number 9, the warm air cold soil trap. Most people think a warm spring day means the garden is finally ready. You feel 70 degrees outside, so you eagerly plant, but young plant roots do not care about the warm air. They only feel the cold, dark dirt hiding below. According to university extensions, cold soil physically paralyzes young roots. They cannot pull phosphorus or water. The undersides of the leaves turn purple or dark red. The plant stops growing completely. It just sits there, shivering, slowly dying while you wonder why. By waiting 2 extra weeks for the ground to actually warm up, you save every dollar spent on seeds. One patient choice saves your entire summer harvest from total failure. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Do not ever guess. Go straight to your kitchen, grab your meat thermometer, push it 4 inches down into the garden dirt. If it does not read at least 60 degrees, do not plant anything yet. Seeing your little tomato plants shoot up strong, tall, and vibrant green right after planting, never watching them slowly fade away into absolutely nothing, that amazing, proud feeling of real garden success, that is what this is all about. Number 8, the indoor tap that secretly poisons your plants. Most people think all tap water is exactly the same. You fill your watering can at the kitchen sink and think you are helping. But if your home uses a water softener, you are actually poisoning your entire garden. Water softeners use salt to remove hard minerals. When you use it, sodium builds up in the dirt. According to Penn State University, this built-up sodium blocks the roots from pulling water into the plant. It fools the plant into thinking it is full of water when it is actually thirsty. The leaves turn brown and the plant slowly dies of drought even with wet soil all around it. By simply bypassing the softener, you save hundreds of dollars in lost plants. You keep your garden blooming all summer long instead of throwing dead vegetables in the trash. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Go to your outside hose spigot. In most houses, outdoor pipes skip the water softener completely. Always fill watering cans from the outside, never from the inside sink. Seeing thick, lush green leaves reaching up to the bright morning sun, completely free from any crispy brown edges. That beautiful, healthy glow in your garden, that is what this is all about. Number 7, the gentle planting habit that slowly strangles your garden. Most people think you must be very gentle when moving a nursery plant into the ground. You carefully slide it out of its plastic pot and drop it straight into the hole. But that kindness is actually deadly. Plants sitting in small pots grow roots in tight spinning circles. According to the University of Maryland Extension, if you do not pull those circling roots apart, they will never spread out. They keep growing in that tight ring until they literally choke the plant to death. Fixing this saves every single $5 plant you buy at the garden center. Instead of a dead twig, that one plant easily gives you 30 pounds of beautiful fresh vegetables. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Do not be polite. Use your thumbs to rip the bottom of the root ball wide open. Spread those bottom roots out flat like a spider. Pulling a giant heavy red pepper off a huge strong plant that has roots reaching deep into the cool earth. That great feeling of wild, unstoppable growth, that is what this is all about. Number 6, the clean dirt habit that bakes your garden alive. Most people think a perfect garden needs bare brown dirt between every single plant. You pull every weed to make it look very neat, but most people do not realize that leaving dirt naked is a huge mistake. When you pull everything, the sun hits the dirt directly. According to the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service, bare soil absorbs massive heat. The dirt gets so hot it literally kills the good bacteria your roots need to eat. The soil dries into a crust. Heavy rain runs off instead of soaking in. Covering that bare dirt saves your harvest. Using a thick mulch layer cuts your water use by 50%. That saves you real money on the water bill every month and keeps tomatoes pumping out huge fruit. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Stop pulling up weeds by the roots and throwing them into the trash bag. Instead, just use scissors to chop the weeds off right at the dirt line. Then, lay the chopped green leaves flat on the ground as a free, cooling mulch blanket for your soil. Digging your bare hands into cool, dark, moist earth on a hot July afternoon. That feeling is what this is all about. Number 5, the deep planting habit that buries your garden alive. Most people think seeds need a deep hole to grow. You poke a big hole with your finger to protect them. But most people do not realize that burying seeds too deep guarantees they never see the sun. Every single tiny seed has a very small amount of stored food. According to the Michigan State University Extension, if a seed is planted too deep, it burns all its energy trying to push through the dirt. It completely starves to death just inches below the surface. Planting at the correct shallow depth gives you a massive sprouting rate. One cheap seed packet actually gives you 100 carrots instead of 5 weak sprouts. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. You should never use your finger to poke a deep hole. Just lay the seed flat on top of the loose dirt. Lightly sprinkle a pinch of soil over it like you are seasoning your dinner. Seeing dozens of bright green sprouts bursting out of the dark wet soil all at the exact same time. That pure magic is what this is all about. Number 4, the perfect red trap that explodes your fruit. This one will absolutely blow your mind. Most people do not realize that waiting for completely red tomatoes actually destroys them. You looked at a pink tomato this morning and you left it on the vine. According to the Kansas State University Extension, when a tomato starts turning pink, it has already stopped receiving nutrients from the vine. But the skin is still thin and alive. When you water the soil heavily, that moisture travels up through the roots and pushes into the fruit from the inside. The skin cannot stretch fast enough. The pressure builds until that beautiful tomato literally cracks wide open. By picking fruits when they are only half red, you stop the cracking instantly. One healthy plant yields 20 perfect pounds of fresh fruit instead of a totally ruined, split mess. That saves you $30 at the expensive local grocery store. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Pick your pink tomatoes early and place them in a paper bag at room temperature, around 65 to 75 degrees. The bag traps the natural ripening gas the tomato releases on its own. Check them every couple of days. Most will be fully red within 1 to 2 weeks. Do not put them in the fridge. Cold stops the ripening process completely. Holding a perfectly round, bright red, flawless tomato in the palm of your hand without a single split, that is what this is all about. Quick pause right here. If you are getting real value from this video, please do me a favor and smash that like button right now. Also, drop a comment below and tell me which one of these small errors excites you most to fix in your garden. I read every comment and would love to hear from you. All right, let's keep going. Number 3, the hot patio trap that boils your plants alive. This one is so sneaky it will blow your mind. Most people think a sunny brick patio is the perfect spot for pots. You think more sun means more food, but most people do not realize setting a pot on hard concrete is a death sentence. According to the University of California Master Gardeners, concrete absorbs heat all day and releases it at night. This turns your pot into a slow cooker. The dirt gets so hot it actually cooks the roots. Once the roots boil, they cannot drink any water. Moving your pots saves your whole container garden. One healthy potted cucumber plant gives you 15 crunchy cucumbers instead of a dead, withered vine. That saves you $20 right there at the store. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Never ever put a pot flat on hot concrete. Set your pot on two simple bricks to let cooling air blow right underneath the bottom. Hearing that loud, crisp snap when you bite into a fresh, juicy cucumber that you grew completely by yourself, that is what this is all about. Number 2, the deep digging habit that crushes your garden. This one will completely blow your mind. Most people think turning the dirt over every spring is great. You rent a big tiller to make the soil soft, but most people do not realize that digging actually destroys your soil. According to the Oregon State University Extension, healthy dirt is full of tiny air tunnels made by worms. When you chop it up with a tiller, those delicate tunnels collapse. The dirt turns into a solid brick after the first heavy rain. The roots suffocate because they cannot get any oxygen. Skipping the tiller saves your dirt and your back. One healthy garden bed easily produces 40 pounds of giant squash instead of tiny, stunted plants. That saves you exactly $50 extra at the local farmer's market. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Never dig your dirt again, just pile 2 inches of fresh compost right on top of the bed every single spring. Let the worms dig it in. Pulling a giant, heavy squash out of loose, dark dirt with zero effort. That amazing feeling is what this is all about. Number 1, the fresh wood trap that starves your garden. This one will completely blow your mind. Most people think adding fresh wood chips straight into their dirt makes great soil. You mix it in to feed your new seeds, but most people do not realize this hidden trap starves your plants before they even start growing. According to the University of Minnesota Extension, the tiny organisms in soil need nitrogen to break down fresh wood. When you mix uncomposted wood chips into the dirt, those organisms use up all the nitrogen in the soil around your plant roots. Your plant starves because its food is being used up somewhere else. The good news is that when the wood finishes breaking down, the nitrogen comes back, but by then your young plants may already be dead. Keeping fresh wood out of your dirt saves your whole season. One perfectly fed plant gives you 50 sweet snap peas instead of turning yellow and dying. That saves you $15 at the grocery store. Here is a little trick that will make you look like a genius. Never mix fresh wood chips into your garden dirt. Only put fresh wood chips on top as a blanket, never mixed below. Watching thick, dark green pea vines climbing high up your garden trellis in the warm spring sun. That beautiful, healthy growth is what this is all about. All right, I promised you a bonus tip at the very beginning, and if you have stayed this far, you deserve it. Because this bonus tip is the single insight that ties all 9 of these mistakes together. Almost nobody talks about this the way it needs to be talked about. The secret to a perfect garden is to stop trying to help so much. Look closely at the mistakes we just covered today: tilling the dirt, adding fresh wood, burying seeds deep, using soft water, leaving dirt bare. Every single one of those errors happens because we think we must force the garden to grow. We want to control everything. But your plants already know exactly how to grow. They have done it easily for millions of years. Your only real job is to build a safe, healthy home for the plant roots. That is it. If the dirt is warm, loose, protected, and chemical-free, the plant does all the heavy lifting for you. When you finally stop forcing things, gardening stops being stressful. It becomes easy, peaceful, and also incredibly rewarding for your whole family. Now go outside, step back, and let your garden grow naturally, today. So there you have it. You now know the 9 small errors that secretly destroy gardens and exactly how to fix every single one of them. You know what traps to watch out for. You know how to stop problems before they even start. Now here is what I need from you. First, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the bell. I drop new videos packed with practical gardening knowledge that saves your plants. Second, smash that like button. It takes 1 second and helps this video reach more gardeners who need this help right now. Third, drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 9 mistakes are you going to fix today? I read every single comment and I genuinely want to know. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Now get out there and build a healthy home for your plants. Your beautiful garden is waiting.